I have the honour today to introduce the Platform Party. Dr. Orla Flynn, President. Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Registrar. Dr. Michelle Glacken, Vice President for Students, Teaching and Learning. Elizabeth McCabe, Vice President for Finance. Thomas Dowling, Head of Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Anne Boner, Head of Department of Civil Engineering and Construction. Dr. Emmett Kerr, Head of Department of Electronic and Mechanical Engineering. Jade Lyons, Head of Department of Computing. We also extend a warm welcome to our Assistant Registrars, our Students' Union President, who is also a member of the ATU governing body, and our many academics in attendance. Iram Thomas Dowling, Cean an Dubh, chun an Seirbhís Bronnta Oscailt. I call upon Thomas Dowling, Head of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, to open the conferring ceremony.
Díomh Córja, agus fáilte chuig, Ollscoil Technoleachta in Atlanta. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and honoured guests. Welcome to ATU Donegal's graduation ceremony today. If you're in the habit of reading the newspaper, listening to the news, looking too much at what's going on in social media, you might well feel intimidated, troubled, worried. The world is changing so fast. It feels like there's just a blitz of change in everything, in society and technology and artificial intelligence. And many people worry about their ability to cope with this. And of course, for you as new graduates going out into the workplace, you might well feel worried about what that is going to hold for you. But a couple of weeks ago, I attended a conference in artificial intelligence, and it wasn't a conference for people who work in artificial intelligence, it was a conference for companies who are wondering how to embrace artificial intelligence. And they had a very different perspective. They saw change as opportunity. The more change there was, the more opportunity there was. They reveled in the change, because for them, it offered opportunities to build their businesses, to exploit new markets, to develop new products. And when you spoke to them, what they were most worried about and what they saw the most opportunity in was their ability to recruit skilled graduates, to upskill their workforce, to make sure that their workforce was able to cope with the pace of change that they wanted their company to embrace. And it was absolutely essential for them that their company would embrace that change. And in a sense, that's what today is all about. It is about the preparation you have done for the last number of years for your future, for your ability to cope with the future. And as you graduate today, I'm sure you're all aware that this is just the beginning of your learning journey. As you go through your career and as you go through your life, there will be many, many more times and opportunities to upskill and to train and to embrace change and to embrace new technologies. For my parents' generation, it was perhaps not that usual for them to leave school with a leaving certificate. In my generation, a lot more of us were going to university. There was a fair proportion, certainly wasn't a majority, but it was a fair proportion of us went to university. But probably something in the order of half of the people I would have gone to university with had to emigrate. There wasn't really a choice. The economy was starting to come around in the early 90s, but there was still a slow haul ahead of us up through the 90s, and immigration was just a necessity. As I look around you today, a few of you might emigrate, but if you do, it's probably more likely to be a lifestyle choice, or a desire for adventure, or desire to do something else, knowing that if you want to, you can come home. For the majority of you, you probably won't even consider immigration. So things have changed enormously. And I think it's something that when we hear all this kind of fear and doom and gloom, that we really have to think about the fact that things have never been better, and the opportunities awaiting you have never been better. All you have to do is reach out and seize those opportunities. And if you have the courage and the determination to do that, as I believe you do, or you wouldn't be here today, then your future is incredibly bright. Now, one last thing, as you all sit there, I'm sure, as I did on my graduation day, feeling very happy with yourself, feeling that you'd worked hard and that you'd earned this, do remember that probably none of you, certainly very few of you, have done this on your own. You stand on the shoulders of maybe siblings who've gone before you, parents, family members who've supported you, girlfriends, boyfriends, wives, husbands. And just remember, as you rush off with your friends to celebrate this evening, just spend a little bit of time with your families, take the time to thank them for all they've done for you, and look forward to a glorious future. Thank you.
Anish Éireann an Dr. Orna Lilian, Uachtarán Ollscoil Technoliacht an Atlantic, Gradam a Brunna, na Fowler Mori, a Brunna an Ollscoil Technoliacht an Atlantic, Conna Crutha Sin, agus Éireann an Dr. Liam O'Benéid, Las Uachtarán, Ganohi Acadula, agus Clór Horna Hira Iquir Ilahar. I call upon Dr. Orla Flynn, President of Atlantic Technological University, to confer awards on the learners presented by the Atlantic Technological University for that purpose. And I ask Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Registrar, to present the candidates.
De bhua an údarás atá díolsithe in Ollscoil Technoliacht an Atlantic. Brunam leis seo dochtaní na fálamóirí a bhaint amach an chaidán don na dochtaní sin, agus éiream go gcuirfar na fálamóirí sin í láthair cuam, chun go mruinnig mé a barchéim orthu go fodamúil. By virtue of the authority vested in Atlantic Technological University, I hereby confer awards on the learners who have achieved the standard determined for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
Uachtarán Curamilóthar chuat na hiróthóirí seo halanas a bhfuil a dorthaí scrútathe dleachta agus de bhachtaní ag le bhéal sé a seacht a hocht agus a né den chraith náisiúnta cáilíochtaí a bheith ceadathe ag córa acadúil Ollscoil Technoliacht an Atlantic. President, I present to you the following candidates whose examination results have been adopted and awards at levels 6, 7, 8 and 9 of the National Framework of Qualifications have been approved by the Atlantic Technological University Academic Council.
I call on Anne Boner, Head of Department of Civil Engineering and Construction, to present the candidates from this department.
Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Kelly Eves. Benjamin Harkin. Declan Sharkey in absentia. Jade Stewart in absentia. If you would like to give them a round of applause, please. Bachelor of Science in Construction Management, Dylan Doherty, in absentia. Bachelor of Science in Quantity Surveying, Adam Callahan. Jordan Cramp, in absentia. Dominic Doherty, in absentia. Ferdia Doherty, in absentia. Chloe Kerr, in absentia. Sean McGonigal, in absentia. Dean Rooney, in absentia. Dean Rooney is here. Shane Sweeney. And I call on you to give them a round of applause. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Fire Safety Engineering, Oran Byrne. Aidan Cunningham. Jason Dobbin. Aaron Doherty. Jake Mahoney. Aaron McGlinchey. Lee McLaughlin. Conor O'Donnell. Conor Walker. And I ask you to give them a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Contracts Management, Martin Coyne, in absentia. Kieran Doherty. Gerard Dollard. John Fahy. William Gallagher. Danny Galvin, in absentia. Andrew Guy. Conor Judge, in absentia. Cathal Kerrigan. Gary Mallon, in absentia. Kieran McDermott. Vera McDermott, in absentia. Patrick McElwee, in absentia. Pádraig O'Connor, in absentia. Bayanole Olanyayan, in absentia. Liam Quigley, in absentia. Gary Quinn, in absentia. And if you could please give them a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Management, Dominic Boyle, in absentia. Tiernan Campbell. Christopher Doherty, Liam Doherty, Kevin McGarvey, Patrick Monagill, Cathal Rogers, Matthew Sharkey. And I ask you to give them a round of applause, please. Bachelor of Science Honours in Fire Safety Engineering, Ali Alvey in absentia, Sarah Barnett in absentia, Conor Boylan. Ryan Caulfield in absentia, Sarah Fitzpatrick in absentia, Pat Gregory. Kevin Judge. Dennis Kelly in absentia, Edel Kelly. Jason Keogh. John Madden. Milan Marinkovic. Brian McCormack. Anthony McFeely in absentia, Finn McGinley. Mark McGinley. Ewan O'Doherty. Eric Odongo Onyanango in absentia. Javier Perez Garcia in absentia. Sarah Radix. Andrew Young. And I ask you to give them a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying, Neil Blaney. Heather Boyle. Dara Breen. Conor Breslin. Taig Cadden, Evan Coleman, Ciara Doherty, Martin Doherty, Tia Duffy, Keelan Dunleavy, Sean Ferry, Mark Gallagher, Matthew Gallagher, Porrick Gallagher, David Henry, Rhys Irvin, Jack Keys in absentia, Jay Moran in absentia, Evan McCallion, Cormac McDevitt, Conor McFadden, Bobby McGettigan, Tarla McGinley, Ronan McGowan, James McLaughlin, Shane McMonigal, Aidan McNamee, Jamie Malloy, Calvin Murray in absentia, Niall O'Hara, Paul O'Hare, Cian Porter, Evan Toohey. And I ask you to give them all a round of applause. I call on Dr. Emmett Kerr, Head of Department of Electronic and Mechanical Engineering, to present the candidates from this department.
Bachelor of Science in Electric Vehicle Technology. Niamh Bailey, in absentia. Krzysztof Daszkowski, in absentia. Liam Doherty. Daniel Donahue, in absentia. Thomas Fox, in absentia. Lloyd Kelly, in absentia. Kenneth Martin, in absentia. Kieran Martin, in absentia. Paul Mohan, in absentia. Ryan Mitchell, in absentia. James Murr. John Murray. Pádraig O'Mahony, in absentia. Peter O'Reilly, in absentia. Owen O'Sullivan, in absentia. Thomas Ryan, in absentia. Thomas Paul Tarmy, in absentia. Michael Walsh. Kevin Whelan, in absentia. I ask you to give them all a round of applause, please. Bachelor of Engineering in Electric Vehicle Engineering, Conor Dolan. Adam Malloy. Dean O'Donnell. Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic Engineering, Toby Diame Mabu. Gino McKenna. I could ask to give them all a round of applause, please. Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Dara Curran, in absentia. Conor McGonigal. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Electronic Engineering, Samuel Grant. Patrick Maguire, in absentia. Oisin O'Brien. And if we could give them all a round of applause, please. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Embedded Systems Design, Edward Doherty. Connor Gordon. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical Engineering, Kyle Barrett. Ferdia Brennan. Joan McLaughlin. Shane McMonagle. Owen Murin. Amos Walker. If I could ask you to give them all a round of applause, please. I now call upon Jade Lyons, Head of Department of Computing, to present candidates in this department.
Bachelor of Science in Applied Data Technologies, Audrey Boner. Porrick Breslin, in absentia. Stephen Callahan. Rachel Colhoun. Danielle Coyle. Kieran Doherty. Manju Gudetti. Neil Harrell. Ashleen Houston, in absentia. Kevin Kelly. Trevor Kelly, in absentia. Patrick Kubiak. Thomas Lynch. Patrick Lynch. Breda McGlinchey, in absentia. Louise McGlinchey. Aoife McPhillamy. Gemma Morrow, in absentia. Manasa Mugabe. Fithi Goaku. Eva O'Rourke, in absentia. Ana Maria Pelez. David Sweeney. And could we give them all a round of applause, please? Bachelor of Science in Computing, Kashfir Ali. Brendan Boyle, in absentia. Joseph Devine. Sean Fleury, in absentia. Lance Jimenez, in absentia. Jason McElcar. Fiacre McAneef. Gareth McGill. Mary O'Donnell. Faizan Sohail, in absentia. Bachelor of Science in Computing with Computer Games Development, Ryan McFadden, in absentia. Shane Morrison, in absentia. Could we give them all a round of applause, please? Bachelor of Science in Computing with Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics, Anjali Babu, in absentia. Neil Boyle. Larkin Dever. Liam Gallagher. Mark Gaynor, in absentia. Dean Harkin, in absentia. Brian Heron. Declan Kelly, in absentia. Dominic Kuzmic. Brandon Meehan. Dennis Olabunmi. Harvey Reynolds, in absentia. Dylan Waters. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing, Aaron Darcy. Dara Ferry. Daniel Gallagher. Calvin Harvey. If you'd like to give them all a round of applause, please. The Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computer Science, Ibrim Abdurrahmanov. Aaron Boner. Mahajbeen Chowdhury. Mark Connolly. Julianne Costa. Anda Doran. Zachary Gorman. Oscar Iskulu. Damien Cos. Malachi McGuinness. Jacob Piasek. David Michael Rosenberg. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing with Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics, Mehreen Ahmed. Clarence Chong. Caitlin Sharkey. And could we give them all a round of applause, please? Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing and Applied Computing, Gareth Craig. Michael Creamer. John Devaney. Connor Dolan. Farhan Khan. Jack McIntyre. Ansh Mahajan. Matthew McDade. Shane Maguire. Rommel Taleo. Lee Worski. And could we give them all a round of applause, please? Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing and Contemporary Software Development. Olufamwe Awasanya. Dimitris Bronze, in absentia. Alexander Burns, in absentia. Matthew Cunningham, in absentia. Jack Curtin, in absentia. George Dionisio. Dimi Egerberipu, in absentia. Laura Hartnett, in absentia. Dennis Hayes, in absentia. Pepshin Kridshin, in absentia. Anton Lukenda. Aoife O'Brien. Michael O'Brien, in absentia. Marius Orden. Leonilla Orton Sebastian, in absentia. Darius Piskorowski, in absentia. Rebecca Sweeney, in absentia. Andras Takas. Joseph Thomas, in absentia. Can we all give them a round of applause, please? So the Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing with Computer Games Development, Ryan O'Connell Gallagher. Adbasola Akani for Higher Diploma in Science and Computing. Alexandre Al-Samarai. In absentia. Alakiana Almeida Figueredo. Darren Anderson, in absentia. Thomas Brown, in absentia. Gillian Carey. Ian Corbett, in absentia. Kieran Curtin, in absentia. Alzira da Cunha Lisboa, in absentia. Jake Dunworth, in absentia. Andres Estragana, in absentia. Sean Ford. Brandon Gilday. Connor Harkin, in absentia. Patrick Henry. Owen Horgan, in absentia. Fernanda Hubert, in absentia. Dermot Hughes, in absentia. Pierce Lawler, in absentia. Ryan Maguire, in absentia. Declan McClafferty, in absentia. Deirdre McCarthy. Dylan McFall, in absentia. Matthew McGinty, in absentia. Kevin McGowan, in absentia. Yvette Millen, in absentia. Christopher Malloy, in absentia. Eugene Monaghan, in absentia. Morella Alina Morianu. Kigal Morianu. Karen Mercer O'Reilly, in absentia. Alexis Nemanasev, in absentia. Lucas Soares. Patrick Tika, in absentia. Klaus Tenuk. Maria Trilsick. Mikael Wachna. And could we give them all a round of applause, please? The Higher Diploma in Science and Computing for Educators. Fiona Bracken, in absentia. Karen Callahan, in absentia. Shane Creevy, in absentia. Siobhan Durley, in absentia. Isabel Guerrero Castello, in absentia. Wayne Hayes, in absentia. Patricia Kelly. Siobhan McGarry. Saoirse McWalters, in absentia. Dara Murphy, in absentia. William Nolan, in absentia. Lorraine Reedy, in absentia. Postgraduate Diploma in Science and Computing and Blockchain Technologies and Applications. Naji Reddy Panditi, in absentia. Postgraduate Diploma in Computing and Big Data Analytics. Janet Paul. Arya Sassi. Karan Raja Shekhar. Could we give them all a round of applause, please? Postgraduate Diploma in Computing and Big Data Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. Purva Ashwathi, in absentia. Mara Carcioni, in absentia. Walter Demischio, in absentia. Ray Deneen, in absentia. Diogo dos Santos Pessoa. Joa Ferreira, in absentia. Shane Fox, in absentia. Carlos Hoya Cervera, in absentia. David Namenka Arogavnachi. Hugh Kelly, in absentia. Eddie Lyons. Brona McGuinness, in absentia. Jonathan Morrissey, in absentia. Vincent O'Kane, in absentia. Adriana Ramallo, in absentia. Connell Riley, in absentia. Vivant Singh, in absentia. Michaelo Wagner, in absentia. Dermot Whelan, in absentia. Ming Yang. And could we give them all a round of applause, please? Postgraduate Diploma in Computing and Cloud Technologies, Thomas Clark, in absentia. John Doherty, in absentia. Michael Floyd. Robson de Padua Jimenez, in absentia. Rafael Kuglars, in absentia. Niall McCann, in absentia. John McCarthy, in absentia. Niall McGrath, in absentia. PJ McMenamin. Noel Malia, in absentia. Paul O'Neill, in absentia. Siddharsan Vishwanath Prakash Gupta. The Postgraduate Diploma in Computing and DevOps. Jimmy Augustine, in absentia. Kehind Awarnaran, in absentia. Abiodun Boluju, in absentia. Bruce Buckler. Owen Connor, in absentia. Kieran Dohney, in absentia. Michael Dowling, in absentia. Aravind Garesh Kumar, in absentia. Makola Hashuk, in absentia. Adrian Yosef, in absentia. Patrick Kearns, in absentia. Damien Klimiuk, in absentia. Andres Coeller, in absentia. Goran Kraljic, in absentia. Stephen Reynolds, in absentia. Arkadiusz Skopinski, in absentia. Christiana Suez Oliveira, in absentia. Peter Tofik, in absentia. Can we give everyone a round of applause, please? Postgraduate Diploma in Science and Computing and Cybersecurity. Paul Byrne. John Casey, in absentia. Aaron Chada, in absentia. Patrick Clark. Bruna de Souza Barbosa, in absentia. Laura Devaney. Nicola Donegan. Julie Gardner, in absentia. Joseph Gill, in absentia. Daniel Harrington, in absentia. James Hughes, in absentia. Edward Lane. Tiana Magic, in absentia. Niall Maher, in absentia. Pat Malone, in absentia. Niamh Maloney. Brian Mullaney. Mark O'Flaherty, in absentia. Sean O'Gallagher, in absentia. Thomas O'Brien. Graham Okoji. Thomas O'Malley, in absentia. Martin O'Reilly. Fernanda Pereira. Jack Rutherford, in absentia. Kamari Saloni, in absentia. Aaron Salt, in absentia. Colm Stapleton, in absentia. Postgraduate Diploma in Supply Chain Analytics. Isabella Chuchikowska, in absentia. Gana Dobriak, in absentia. Dara Houlihan, in absentia. Martin Kelly, in absentia, Oksana Korakova. Junior da Silva Martins, in absentia. Stephen Nun, in absentia. Liam O'Donoghue, in absentia. Swathi Palerla, in absentia. Andre Stoda, in absentia. Pallavi Singh, in absentia. Ariana Troyana, in absentia. Dan Vanderwall, in absentia. Lindsay Ward, in absentia. And can we give them all a round of applause, please? The Master of Science in Computing and Big Data Analytics, Bhavya Cherakuru. Achil Eldad. Matthew McGrory. Vineeth Menon, in absentia. Fadula Omnisi Salu. Sunil Sharma, in absentia. Master of Science in Computing and Big Data Analytics and Artificial Intelligence, Rita Brady. Noreen Dreen. Shwetha Elavarasan. Mark Gill. Dara Johnson. Vaniti Kuamogne Nana. Aideen Lane, in absentia. Patrick McGonigal. Sanziwa Mulambia, in absentia. Shadrach Nairabu. Kieran Quinn, in absentia. Christopher Schultz. Kari Thriloka Venkata Avinash. Ted Woolley. And could you give them all a round of applause, please? Master of Science in Computing and Cloud Technologies, Rahul Ashok Karate. Nathaniel Doherty, in absentia. Joseph Ford, in absentia. Ragul Gopalarishkan, in absentia. Konrad Jeziorski. Emmanuel John. Owen Ling. Sorna Papa Marugan. Sai Mahesh Pandjala. Ishan Prashant Samant. Rajasekara Reddy Vidumula. Master of Science in Computing and DevOps, Benupu Chulakal Babu. Raya Devakar. Sushmitha Holthal Manjanath. Chandan Gauda Hulakari Shankar. Jolly Kanamuvputsa Joy. Niharika Madanu in absentia. Dean Murr. Hanesh Mupala. Anesh Pillai in absentia. Priyanka Palasi. Nayana Purohit Nagaraj. Shreya Randeep Raghuvashni. Abhishek Sharma. Vinayak Harish Sharma. Shreya Shetty. Pavan Varakolu. And if we could give them a round of applause, please. Master of Science in Computing and Cybersecurity, Paulson Baby. Abdul Baki Dalhatu. Tejas Gag. Rahul Gopinath. Handal Nasir Hassan in absentia. Karthavel Jayachandran. Imran Khan Nurullah. Emmanuel Philippe. Avhipsa Rutre. Divya Shivakumar. Sudarasan Murali. Master of Science in Cyber Psychology, Emer Doherty. John Fierston, in absentia. Christian Simmons, in absentia. Could we give them all a round of applause, please? Master of Science in Data Science, Saeed Ahmed. Aditya Bodas. Thomas Bridgman. Rajesh Goldie, in absentia. Thamadalapati Harshith. Thevesh Jagadisan. Augustine Aaron Katikatu Jacob. Yadnesh Mankemi. Durgu Banu Prasad Bopi. Golda Pulakathara Titus. Vishruth Shantharaju Manju. Ria Sudhir. Master of Science in Supply Chain Analytics, Bibin Babu. And if you could give them all a round of applause, please. I now call on Dr. Michelle Glacken, Vice President for Students, Teaching and Learning, to present the candidates of the A2U Academic Excellence Awards.
I call the winners of the Academic Excellence Awards, and I ask Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Registrar, with Mr. Thomas Dowling, Head of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, to present the graduates with their awards. I present to you the following graduates who have received the highest academic excellence within the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Conor O'Donnell, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Fire Safety Engineering. Amos Walker, Bachelor of Engineering Honours. I'll announce you again, Amos. Amos Walker, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering. And Owen Lynn, Master of Science in Computing in Cloud Technologies.
Congratulations to the graduates of Atlantic Technological University 2024. In keeping with tradition, you may now move the tassel to the left side of your mortarboard to indicate you have graduated. I think that deserves a round of applause. Irim Dr. Orna Liline, Uachtarán, Cuirc an Cuirle, Shade an O'Cade Show. I ask Dr. Orla Flynn, our President, to make the closing address.
Díomh a chuir go léir. Is mór na Northern fáilte críúla chu roimh, fáilte go dtí campus Donegal in Ollscoil Technoliaachta an Atlantic, agus fáilte chuig Coch an la Airlína. Ladies and gentlemen, members of governing body, esteemed faculty members, proud families, honoured guests, and most importantly, you, our brilliant new graduates of ATU. Welcome to this afternoon's graduation ceremony, and a very special welcome to those of you joining us online. To the parents, families, guardians, all the supporters here today, thank you for entrusting us with the education of these exceptional individuals. Your support has played a vital role in their success. And all afternoon, we've been applauding our graduates. So I might now ask our new graduates, would you rise and face your supporters and give them a round of applause? Up you get. Bula bus for the families and the supporters. You actually are now part of our growing network of alumni, and it was really lovely to see so many of you wearing our little pin coming up here today, and if you didn't get one, our alumni stand will have them later on. This year, 2024, ATU will have seen about 5,000 graduates receiving awards, and that's a hugely impactful statement. It's an enormous impact on society, and especially in this region. In our 2.5 years of existence, we've been especially focused on the needs of the people of our region. The recent announcements that we will be providing programs in veterinary medicine and pharmacy are evidence of this commitment. And my congratulations to all involved in this outstanding work, even though there's an awful lot more to do in the months ahead. And speaking of potential and positive impact, I am full of admiration for the dedication and resilience that each one of you has demonstrated throughout your academic journey. Today is a day of celebration, of reflection, and also of anticipation. And for all of the staff here, for all of the faculty, it's a moment of great pride and joy. It's a day for you to look back on all the challenges that you've overcome, the growth you've experienced, and the memories that you've made. As new graduates, you're not just equipped with degrees, but with the power to be a positive influence on society. And whatever your field, remember that your education is a tool for positive change. And while many of you are already in the world of work, I encourage you to carry with you the values that we've tried to instill in you during your time here. Our new strategic plan now on our website, lists our values as inclusion, respect, trust, ambition, collaboration, and innovation. And it is this spirit of innovation, the ambition to do your very best, and most of all, the importance of respect and community. These values will guide you through the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. You've already demonstrated your ability to collaborate, to adapt, and to persevere. And those are qualities that will serve you well as you step on into the next chapter of your lives. Not just in the workplace, but society as a whole needs those qualities and values now more than ever. And I think that's a suitable note on which to conclude. So onwards and upwards for all of you. And before we close, I want to thank all of the staff involved in your ATU journey from the very first moment that you entered our doors right up to today, as well as everybody who helped make today's ceremony so special. Congratulations again to our class of 2024. Gur míle mágaibh agus go nairi an tálaibh go léir.
Could I ask the Academic Excellence awardees and their guests to remain in the hall with their family and friends and come to the front for photography? We hope that you enjoyed the ceremony today and get a chance to celebrate with family and friends and enjoy some Donegal hospitality in the main concourse in the main building. Respected guests, academics, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the meeting for the purpose of conferring awards on the graduates of Atlantic Technological University. I now request you all to rise for the closing procession while the conferring party, academic staff and invited guests leave the hall.